So, hello all my dear student friends. Welcome to this session. Now we are going to study the dual cycle or the mixed or limited pressure cycle. So, why it is called mixed or limited pressure cycle, that I will tell you afterwards. Now, let us try to study the various processes in this cycle known as the dual cycle. In this cycle, we are considering 5 processes instead of 4 processes which we have studied in the previous cycles. So, the processes are 5 because the heat is supplied not only at constant volume but also at constant pressure. Some heat is supplied at constant volume and remaining heat is supplied at constant pressure. Therefore, we say that it is a dual cycle, or we also call it as a mixed. Now we are calling it limited pressure cycle because all the heat is not supplied at constant volume. If all the heat is supplied at constant volume, then the pressure rise will be more. Therefore, if you want to limit the rise in pressure, then we just supply the remaining heat at constant pressure and we are not allowing the pressure to rise beyond a certain limit. Therefore, it is called as a limited pressure cycle, and the heat is supplied at constant volume also, and heat is supplied at constant pressure also, right? So, it is called as the mixed cycle or the dual cycle. Let us study the various processes one by one in this cycle. First process is process 1-2. So, this process 1-2 is adiabatic isentropic compression as usual. It is a compression process. It is isentropic. That means the entropy remains constant. We can write S1 is equal to S2, and it is adiabatic. That means there is no heat transfer during this process of compression, that is process 1-2. The second process is process 2-3. It is isochoric heat addition. Heat addition at constant volume, that is given by Qs is equal to Kv into T3 minus T2. Heat is added at constant volume. Now process 3-4, it is isobaric heat addition. Heat is supplied at constant pressure. So this heat supplied at constant pressure will be equal to Kp into T4 minus T3. So T4 is the temperature at the end of the heat supply at constant pressure, and T3 is the temperature at the beginning of the process of heat supply at constant pressure. Therefore, T4 minus T3 is the rise in temperature. Now, the next process is process 4-5. So, process 4-5 is nothing but adiabatic isentropic expansion process. Entropy remains constant, process is adiabatic. So, S4 is equal to S5. That is the process 4-5. It is the process of expansion, isentropic adiabatic expansion. Last process is 5-1. The process 5-1 is isochoric heat rejection. Heat is rejected at constant volume. Though the heat is supplied at constant volume as well as at constant pressure, but heat is rejected only at constant volume. So process 5-1 is isochoric heat rejection process. The heat rejection at constant volume, and the heat rejected QR is equal to Kv into T5 minus T1. So T5 minus T1 is the difference in temperature. T5 is the initial temperature, T5 is the final temperature of the process 4-5. So the decrease in temperature is T5 minus T1. So these are the various processes in the dual cycle. Let us revise this dual cycle quickly. Process 1-2, adiabatic isentropic compression, S1 is equal to S2. Process 2-3, isochoric heat addition, that is heat supply at constant volume. Then process 3-4, isobaric heat addition. Process 4-5, adiabatic isentropic expansion. Process 5-1 is nothing but isochoric heat rejection, that is the heat rejection at constant volume, and that is given by QR is equal to kV into T5 minus T1. So these are the various processes in the dual cycle, also called as mixed or limited pressure cycle. Now again the processes are written here. These are the various processes, 5 processes, 1 2 2 3 3 4 and 4 5 and finally 5 1. These are the 5 processes in the dual cycle, and this is in short we have revised the dual cycle. The detailed analysis of dual cycle is not there for your syllabus. So now we are going to study the Breton or Joule cycle. It is also called as the constant pressure cycle, and that is used for gas turbines. So previously we were studying the constant volume cycles. Mostly the heat was supplied and rejected at constant volume. But in Breton cycle or Joule cycle, you will find that the heat is supplied as well as heat is rejected at constant pressure. So this cycle is different from all the previous cycles, and once again I will tell you that in this cycle, that is the Breton cycle or Joule cycle, the heat is supplied as well as heat is rejected at constant pressure. So let us study the various processes one by one once again, because in the examination question may be asked, explain Breton cycle or Joule cycle, explain all the processes in Breton cycle or Joule cycle with the help of PV diagram and the TS diagram. So this may be the question asked in the examination, not only for Joule cycle but for Otto cycle, diesel cycle, dual cycle, or even for Carnot cycle. Such questions is likely to be asked, at least one question on this explanation of all the processes, and the representation on the PV and TS diagram definitely will be asked in the examination. So now the process 1-2 is adiabatic isentropic compression, S1 is equal to S2. Process 2-3 is nothing but isobaric heat addition. Heat is added, heat is supplied to the working substance at constant pressure, that is given by Kp into T3 minus T2. Kp is the specific heat at constant pressure, and T3 minus T2 is the rise in temperature during the heat supply process. The process 3-4 is adiabatic isentropic expansion. Expansion takes place, entropy remains constant, and there is no heat transfer during this process. So it is called as adiabatic expansion process. Now process 4-1. Process 4-1 is isobaric heat rejection. Heat is rejected at constant pressure, that is QR is the amount of heat rejected, that is given by Kp into T4 minus T1. Kp is the specific heat at constant pressure, and T4 minus T1 is the decrease in temperature during the process of heat rejection. Now in all the previous cycles, maybe Otto cycle, diesel cycle or dual cycle, we have seen that the heat was rejected at constant volume. But this is the only cycle, that is the Breton or Joule cycle, in which the heat rejection takes place at constant pressure. So this makes this cycle different or unique. So Breton cycle or Joule cycle is a cycle in which the heat rejection and the heat supply takes place at constant pressure. Thank you.